Welcome back to the Real Country File. This week I'm at drill demonstration day and look at a soil pit, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. We got part 2 of Stephen's veg report in Lancashire, and also we've got a report as well from Fenland Farming Adventures, having a look at a farm sale up in their direction. Don't forget, if you've got any videos that you want to send them into vids@therealcountryfile.co.uk. Anyway, there's the soil pit at the drill demonstration day held by Hutchinson's, not far from me in Runcorn. This is the cover crop they're going to drill in. Looks like it's got a bit of buckwheat, a bit of mustard in it. There's a soil pit over here, so we're going to have a quick look what they're doing here. Right, so this is the soil pit, and you've dug down, what, 2 foot?
Yeah, we've gone down about 2 foot. We've not gone any deeper because we're then into this base sand, and I've augured it out down here, so it goes, it's just sand.
Wow, it's just completely sand
now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's just what it is down in the subsoil. That is our subsoil, sub-sand.
Is that where it was ploughed last year? That's that.
So yeah, what we're demonstrating here, so we're on the headland, we're just on the outskirts of the headland, so it's where you'd expect to find most problems in the field, where you do all the turning. So that's pretty typical of a plough-based system though. You're ploughing down your residue to a fairly narrow band in the soil. You're also, when you're ploughing, you've got to remember that you're ploughing down with that residue, this lovely fine tilthy soil that's been created over 12 months through weathering, which is really soft and compactable. So you're ploughing that down in combination with your residue just there. So this area can get really quite compact quite quickly.
What are the test tubes for?
Sorry?
What are the little test tubes?
Well, the test tubes are measuring pH.
Oh right, sorry,
So
yeah.
One of the reasons I've done that pH actually relates to this layer here. So I've done a surface pH, which is around about 6, and then down here in this subsoil here, I'm at 8, 7.5 to 8. So we don't have an acidity problem deeper in the soil. It's getting close to being, well, we are at 6. We're getting acidic on the top. We don't want to be lower than that. And this area here is a little bit lower than the top, so we're probably just edging into a 5, high 5 there. Partly because this is starting to get a little bit anaerobic. You can see here with this line of roots, the roots really do not want to go past that layer down into this bit.
Yeah.
Reaching that bit, it's a little bit acid, it's anaerobic, and they're going, I really don't want to grow through this. So this soil is actually quite moist as well. And we've dug a hole out in the field, which we can go and have a look at in just a second when we finish this. That's very much drier.
Yeah.
Because when you can see in that hole out there, we've got roots all the way down through the mass and the bulk of soil. So that's all been the potato crop previous to this, and now the cover crop is managing that moisture out of the soil. So if we got a lot of rain now, this soil would actually go quite wet.
Yep.
Out there, it would be really quite nice.
Where the cover crop's grown better.
Yeah.
So then you've obviously got the different species here. That's sunflowers, because I can tell by the roots.
Yeah, we've got the different species that we've got out here in the cover crop. We've got 3 different cover crops mixes out here. But what we've also got in the first tray is the God-given volunteers.
I know, yeah, just.
So what other plants have we got growing in amongst the cover
Yeah,
crop?
yeah,
So
yeah.
we've got shepherd's purse, we've got mayweed, we've got volunteer potatoes, groundsel, nettle, annual nettle, and we've got some cranesbill, all going in there as part of the mix. And you can either, I've pulled those out so we can look at, are they a weed or are they a plant in the wrong place? Well, actually they're part of the cover crop that we're currently growing, and their root systems are having good impact in the soil, so don't knock them. Then we've got mustard and volunteer. We've got volunteer oilseed rape in here as well. Mustard, it's white mustard, so you can see straight away the difference in the root types you've got growing. Linseed, buckwheat, again 2 completely different root types.
Yeah, the
Again,
linseed does an half deep root, doesn't it?
Linseed is sort of quite, there's a real underestimate as to what linseed does for you in your soil, because it's a really nice, deep penetrating, fine.
It's cheap as a cover crop as well, isn't it?
And it's cheap to use, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we've got crimson clover, bursting clover, very similar root types, and vetch, again very similar root types. They haven't started nodulating yet, and fixing nitrogen, but you know they're out there as well, and you can see they're much smaller. They're slower to establish than these. So again, it depends what you want from your cover crop. If it's there for a while and trying to build soil nutrition, then this is where you want to be. If it's a really fast impact, short period, then you've got to go to these bigger.
What's this one?
This is Phacelia.
Oh right, that's we combined some of that last week.
Yeah, so that's Phacelia, and this is sunflower, obviously. But just to point out, they're all completely different root systems, doing things at different depths in the soil, and that's what you want.
The mixed species, yeah.
Mixed species to do the whole profile of the soil.
Yeah, that's great, thanks. So this is the second hole. As you can see, loads drier. The roots are going a lot deeper and there's a lot more worm activity. It's because the cover crop's established better on here, not as well perhaps on the headland, probably due to compaction maybe, is it?
It's compaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Ollie. Now here's part 2 of where I caught up with Jon, the vegetable farmer from Lancashire.
So Jon, you've branched out on the farm with beetroot. Tell us a little bit about what we've got in here.
So we used to find that we couldn't get rid of the little really small baby red beetroot. So my wife came up with an idea, let's cook them, let's keep them in a vinegar and let's pitch them to a supermarket. So we did it. So it took us about probably about 7 months, 8 months, 9 months to get it all worked out, how we could do it, what we could do to make it. So basically we bring the beetroot in, a little tiny, like smaller than a golf ball, we put them in a steamer that steams them, similar to a big industrial like pan steamer. So they're in there for around an hour. We take them out, let them cool down, bring them through, we put them into a rumbler, so that takes all the skin off the beetroot. Come out, and then we put them into a vinegar that we've out of Germany. So it's a raspberry balsamic vinegar, it's very strong. So then we put them in that, put them in for a minimum of 10 to 24 hours, take them out, check them, test them on a bricks and alkaline tester to make sure they're under the 4.1 limit for preserving them, so they have a 21-day shelf life. So then we put them into a punnet, like that, weigh them off, seal them, and they go across, be overwrapped, and into your local supermarket at Vids.
And how's it going? How many are you doing?
I thought we'd do a couple of thousand and we get bored of it, but it's probably done last year. We've probably done about 35 to 40,000 of these every year. So I think getting more and more, to be honest. We're finding now that I thought beetroot was a winter dish, but come barbecues, people are picking them up more and more even through summer.
So good be a salad, good be a hot pot.
Could be, yeah, everything. And the vinegar is really, really nice.
Jon, I'm interested to hear just about how long the harvest lasts for you compared to these arable lads. Like, you know, when do you start harvesting in the year? When does harvest finish?
We'll start harvesting probably the last week in May for cauliflower, and that'll take us right through till normally around Christmas time, December. Any kind of big frost will stop us, but then we'll start a winter cauliflower that starts probably in around about March time, and then that'll take us into new season again. So we're probably harvesting. We're normally harvesting something out of the ground probably 10 to 11 months of the year, non-stop.
So your harvest?
My harvest is a long harvest.
It's a long harvest. Jon, what's a typical day like for you? When do you start? You know, dairy lads, they're up at crack of a sparrows and all that, and you know, arable lads have a bit more of a lie. You know, you somewhere in the middle?
If you ask my wife, she'd probably go mad. So my phone starts probably about 4:30 in the morning with market lads, because obviously your market lads go out through the night, so they're buying for the next night. So it's a bit of a thing at sore point in our house, my phone sometimes. It can set off in the morning at 4:30 and there's quite a bit of choice language with some market lads. But yeah, we're normally governed by time, so obviously we'll start harvesting. Time we're cutting the first cauliflower is normally around about 7 o'clock. We generally, the first truck will be leaving our yard at around about 10:30. It can be going, probably the longest away it might be doing some London markets, Southampton markets, Bristol, Cardiff, Birmingham, all around the country. So we're governed really by getting that truck away on time. So we've got to get the stuff back. So it means that you're sorting numbers out quite early in the morning.
And going on late, or steady away for the...
we'll keep loading trucks till probably around about, well, as you saw then, about 3:30, 4 o'clock is probably the cut-off point for your last truck. Then it's getting time. He's going to be catching it for.
Then it's time to fix Brock and stuff and get back in fields and do whatever.
Yeah, it's normally jump on my spray if I need to get some spraying done and go in house and see kids and see what school's been like for the day and see what I've got for my tea.
A long day.
A long day.
Well, John, thanks for showing us around. I've had a cracking time with you, mate. I'm just wondering, you know, what are you thinking the future holds? Are you optimistic for the next 12 months, 2 years, 5 years for veg growing in northwest Britain?
If you listen to my wife and my sister-in-law at office, they always say I'm a cup half full, and I think it is a tough spell we're going through at the minute. Agriculture, with fertiliser prices, electric, diesel, labour, everything. But I think we're going to come out of it, and I think it will get better for us all. I think we've just got it's going to be a rough road for us all for a bit, but I think it will come right at the end.
And global warming, do you think there's a time when these fields might be, I don't know, full of melons and grapes, or?
I don't know. I mean, I like my cauliflowers too much. I'm not a melon man, to be honest, but I mean, I'd try growing them if I could.
Stick with collies.
Stick with collies and cabbage, I think.
Thanks for that, Stephen. Now let's see a report from Fenland Farming and Ventures. They've been to a farm sale, so here it is.
I'm Daniel from Fenland Farming, and this is Martin from Series Engineering.
Yep.
And we're at farm sale in Coveney.
Yep. Near Cambridge.
Yeah.
Really.
Retirement sale.
Yes, dispersal sale.
Dispersal sale of all farm equipment. They obviously used to grow potatoes and stuff, so potato harvesters and things here that I'm interested in. Yeah, it was just basically tell you what the sale's for, really. I mean, there's no...
Start of the farm sale season now.
Yeah, start of the farm sale season. Now harvest is over, it generally gets quite busy, doesn't it?
Yeah, people have got, well, traditionally had more spendable money this time of year.
Yeah, people have more money to spend because they've got harvest money coming in, wheat money coming in, barley money, rape money, stuff coming in.
And they need their cultivation machinery, so now's a good time to get into it.
Yeah, this is being done by Cheffing.
Yeah, there's always something for everyone.
Yeah,
there's much go unsold.
You've already bought a tyre, haven't you?
And some more stuff.
Yeah, there's all sorts kind of different people here. We've got farmers, dealers, people for a day out, come and have a bacon roll.
Lots of different emotions at a farm sale.
Yeah, there is lots of different.
It's an end of an era for one family.
Yeah, and the start of a new era for another family.
Yeah.
I don't know whether the land's being rented out or the land's being sold off or what's happened really.
Could be an end of tenancy, could be a death, it could be a number of reasons that cause them.
Could be a council farm and then he's just retired and the council are going to send it on to somewhere else. So on the farm we've been pulling irrigators back in off the field. We've been doing some spraying and stuff this week. The potatoes are fully grown now and we've had 2 inches of rain on them, so we're not irrigating anymore, so I've pulled all them back. Grumpy Grandad's gone off to help my cousin lifting because he's short staffed. We've got some muck to cart. That's about it really. No, it's quite a steady period really for farms. That's why there's plenty of sales coming up. You know, you've got tillage work to do, haven't you?
Yeah.
And like I say, us spud growers and stuff have still got loads of work to do. We've got our busiest period coming up now. Yeah. And everyone's thinking about putting rape in and probably already drilled it, I should think, haven't they?
A lot of people are getting keen over the last few days.
Yeah, they've been getting jumpy, haven't they? So, yeah, that's what's going on in Suffolk, really. Cambridgeshire, we're in Cambridgeshire today, but I don't know if you can see behind us, this is a farm sale.
34 on bid at 34, 36, 36, 36, 38, 38 on bid on my field at 38, 38 on bid, 38, 38 on bid.
Yeah, not bad.
At 4,000 pound at 42. 16 on bid at 68, 16 on bid at 68, at 16 on bid at 6,800 pound at 16 on bid, at 16 on bid at 971. 107, the people there. There it is there. One of my people up on there, probably straight in where we're going to be. There's the man. There's the man that's got me shorting at 150 pounds at 600 on bid, on the field at 600. 600 a bid at 600 pounds at 600 pounds at 600.
Where are you looking?
650
repair.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see that. You lot laugh about my welding. Don't know how many hours it's done, do you?
4,500.
39.1, make it 2 now at 39.1, 39.1, at 39,100 a bid at 39.1, at 39.1 anymore now, at 39,100 pound, all out and done this time and away there, at 39,100 pound, hammers up then, I stand at 16.5, 16.5, 17 bid, 17,000.
How many hours has this done?
75, 75, 18,000. 18,000 pound at 18 bid, 18,000 pound, 81, 21,000, at 21,000, at 21,000, 21,500, 22,000, at 22,000, 5,200 pound. Anybody else coming in now? At 25,200 pound, hammers up for myself, at 25,200 pounds.
Yeah. How did you find the sale today then, Martin?
All right, brought a few bits.
Yeah, you got some stuff, you scavenged some stuff as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had fun at the sale today, and yeah, just a little insight into a farm sale, really.
What happens, what goes on?
Yeah, what happens, what goes on. Cheers, guys. We'll see you on the next one, all right?
Now, last week we asked you if you've got any funny pictures or funny videos. Well, here's one from Rough Hill Farm that we're calling Sheep Rodeo. So here it is now. Don't forget, if you've got any funny clips, funny videos, send them in. We're going to put them at the end of every video to make people smile. I'll probably put a picture of a mishap that Andrew had the other day where he didn't know there's a ditch in the field. This is how not to remove a bramble from a sheep's wool. That's it for this week. I'll leave you with Andrew's hidden ditch. I obviously went to try and cut some mustard yesterday. I did harvest most of it, but I did have a slight issue with the combine. So now, instead of having, you get maize headers for combines and you get like grain headers. Well, now we've got a banana header. Caught the edge of a concrete plinth around a manhole. Dropped in a rut. This end sort of beam dropped down, caught it, and it's basically twisted the header. So something that we're going to have to get sorted this next week or so, because obviously we've got the summer barley to cut as well. Anyway, I'll leave you with Andrew's hidden ditch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.